Alright, do we have sufficient light in the bathroom? We're going to have a slight red tint here. How about this? Well, gonna have to go with this. So we've got the overhead fan sound. We use this as a pickup shot. Why is this candle on the top? Well, it's been shown from previous experiences that mice can get out of there. How did they do it? We couldn't believe our eyes at the time because, well, the question is, could they get out through the bars here? And I reasoned that they couldn't, and yet we'd actually lost a mouse. So I think after this experience, this current one, that what we're seeing is one of them was able to pry this up. Well, that still doesn't make sense. It just doesn't wash. Alright, well, what happened was, I'll have to demonstrate this from here. I wound up having to put both of these cages in the bathtub, like this. Yeah? So here's a lot of work, folks. This is the whole point of this. Note this, what's called Flying Saucer is the brand name, had to have rubber feet affixed to the bottom to keep it from moving on this shelf. You can see that this is a straight drop to the previous, or the penultimate shelf, shall we call it. Very clever. It's a nice cage, guys. This is a nice design. But what I want to point out is, while I watched, sitting on, and I'll have to intercut this, sitting on the couch potato central furniture, there were 3 mice in here when I went to bed last night. There was Paco, there was Lucky, and then there was Windsor. 3 Mises. Windsor loves to get on this wheel and just sit on it. He's not even afraid of human beings. I've been able to scratch this little guy behind the ears and on his back. And although he doesn't seem to relish it, he tolerates it. And then there's Lucky, who hides behind this wheel, which is now lying flat, because getting mice out of this cage, where are we? Getting mice out of this cage into that cage, if you've never done it, I can recommend a lot of Advil. So, the long and the short of it is, when I woke up and hit the kitchen, hit the refrigerator at about 4:30 or 5 a.m. When I woke up and hit the refrigerator about 4:30 or 5 a.m., as I've already explained, sat on the couch potato central furniture and watched in absolute astonishment the fact that there was one mouse in this house, which goes in here, and I can do some intercuts of this later. I'll put this case back together. How's that sound? Can we get a focus on this, please? So that this goes in here through the door. I sat and watched. That's what I'll need to do, is name these guys. So Windsor was on the wheel. There's the wheel. Lucky was in this house, which was in position here on the second level. Second level? Yes. And no Paco. I thought, well, is he under here? No. Is he under the wheel, which was, of course, attached to the side here? No. There was no Paco. I couldn't believe it. I sat there for at least probably 25 minutes before I finally had to accept the fact that Paco was no longer there. Now, why am I explaining all this, and why is this getting so elongated? Because in the process of sitting there for 25 minutes, I saw Lucky, who had been hiding in the house, come out, take a run down the ladders, which they love. These ladders, they love these ladders. Check out the ladders, guys. Where's the other one? Oh, I had to take it out. Get in the wheel, go for a quick run, and of course hide behind the wheel. And I have an air can which prevents that. And he scatters. So he went back up to the house, back down to the wheel, and then as I sat there completely dumbfounded, I watched Lucky to the point where his body was halfway out of these bars, these slats, which actually do move, as you can see. He had managed to squeeze his little body, and he was sticking out halfway. And the only way that I was able to get him back in was to gently swat him back in. Immediately I realized he's going to do this again. So this is why Paco was missing, you see? So now they're back in here. We're basically back to square, I won't say square one, but square two of probably about 75. Yeah, it catapulted us all the way back to square two of 75. This is not acceptable. This is a great design, and I'll do more of a once-over later. This is a great cage, a great design, and they stepped on their weenie, guys. These are too far apart. All right, so what's the solution? I need to make a reference to this for my notes. Well, the solution, is to put the bars closer together. Why are they probably not going to do that or resist it? Because it costs more steel. All right, let's use thinner wire, okay? Which means then there'll be more bend, yes? So check it out, more bend if the wire is thinner. So what's the solution? And this is my proprietary offering to these guys. I'll engineer it for them. One more set of lateral bars in between. So we'll have a lateral here, a lateral here. These bars here, the vertical ones, will be closer together. And somewhere along the line, we'll reach a midpoint, a tipping point in the opposite direction, where even a compressible mouse. I mean, these guys are like ferrets, folks. They can squeeze out. Remember, I saw it. I saw this guy sticking halfway out. And if I hadn't intervened, he would have been gone. Bye-bye. Whap. Back in. Now he's in there. Now, the whole point of all this, and I realize that I'm kind of repeating myself, the whole point of all of this is, can you even imagine how much time lost and even how much disappointment? I mean, this is not about crying in my beer, folks, or oh, poor me. This was fun, and I spent a whole afternoon was spent working on this cage, getting it just right, and then literally the thrill of seeing these very smart, very infectiously and whimsically happy creatures just loving this thing after having been cooped up in one of these for weeks. Now they are about as close to free range as they can get. They've got 2 levels, they've got 2 wheels, yeah, 1 level, 2 level, I say. 1 level with a wheel, which needs to be, of course, attached to the side. Other level, ladders, a second wheel. They loved it. That's disappointment, fellas, and it's not acceptable. So here, oh, here's the other ladder. All right. So we can use that shot there, or I can just bring it in and say, oh, here's the... They love these ladders. And they did. This goes in the cage, and I will reassemble the cage and do a more appropriate pan through. Ladders. Here we go. Shot of the ladder. Goes in there. Right in there. The house. Isn't that cute? Isn't this cute? They like that too. And that goes in here, turned this way on either of these levels. I happen to put it down here. So it was in the cage on that level. Very clever design. This sticks through here. And it's threaded. Can we see that? Let's try that. No, it doesn't want to focus. Alright, folks. Can we get a... here we go. It's threaded. Goes through there. On the other way, of course. Just extends through the bars, and it gets screwed on and secured in place. Human foibility factors. I keep talking about that, and I'm still going on and on and on and on about this, because some things in life, gang, cannot be short-formed. Can you imagine conservatively? I can't even think of a number. I mean, it's logarithmic in its proportions and its astonishing scope. The amount of time that we lose as consumers because of the fact that manufacturers are doing this. So here's a cage that's brilliantly designed. The mice loved it. And these bars are far enough apart where they can squeeze out. The mice can squeeze out through these bars. Get this, folks. So the Velvet Doberman is not just about carping at shippers and carriers, particularly with your delicate instruments such as hard drives, which carry, by the way, as a sidebar, your all-important life's data in many cases. That's a big responsibility. We're talking responsibility here, folks. And so I'm going to probably have to have this transcribed, and I'll pick out the best, and by then have an editing system which will allow me to put together, using these intercuts, some kind of... Hi guys, let's see if I can get a shot of them. That's why we're still in the tub. Hey, you want to come out? Hey, sweetie pies. There's one, and the other one's behind. Hi, Windsor. Come on. Well, not. Let's not come on too far. There we go. And see, there is Lucky and Windsor. Hi, sweetie guys. Hello. You want to come out? Of course you do. Hello. Can I get a better shot? Hi. Hi, Windsor. You want to come out? Here's Windsor. And then there's Lucky. Hi, Lucky. You want to come out? Probably not. I'm going to dump him out anyway. Come on, Lucky. Come on. Come on, little guy. There we go. Is he out? No. This is where we make a big mistake. Such time lost. There we go. All right. No mouse in there. All mice in here. Can we do this with one hand? No, but we can do it with two. So there we go. Hi guys. Yeah, see? That's what they do. They try to get out. It's hardwired. They don't know any better. This is exactly what Mother Nature has taught them that they must do. Come on. Hi, Lucky. Oh, Lucky. Okay, so they're in here and they're not happy. They were in here and they were loving it. Just loving it. Hi, guys. Lucky. Hey, sweetie. Yeah. Can you dig it, huh? They're not happy now. They're tortured. And they were just in seventh heaven as of yesterday afternoon when I finished this enterprise. So they were here and happy. Just happy as little bugs in a rug, and now they're stuck back in these stupid little green carry-around cages again. So we have unhappy mammals, unhappy mammals, and we have unhappy customers. They've lost their mice, and there's nothing on the website that says if your mouse is, for example, less than 3 inches long, don't buy this cage. Hello. Hello. Hi, Lucky. Hello. Running around. Not happy campers. Can't quite get a shot here. Hi, sweetie. He wants to come out. So there they are. And Paco is gone. No more Paco. Bye-bye, Paco. Very irritating. See the tail? Hey, guys. I'm just talking to be talking to cover this shot. So there they are, back in the green cage again. And unhappy campers. Where when they were in here, and I'll do the intercut, they were just happy as 3 bugs in a rug, and I was planning on putting in 2 more, so there would probably be a total of 5 mice, and then the balance of what we call the misfits in the tank, which have already been photographed. When spring rolls around, we'll find a barn somewhere and let them go and let nature take its course. Trying to get out. Now, I'm going to walk downstairs with the camera rolling. This is the tool, by the way, that I had to invent in order to move these mice around, and still they get out through my fingers. This is a toilet paper tube that's been MacGyvered with only one end. Check this out. I mean, this is a blue cage. It looks green in this light, but it's actually blue-green. Even went as far as taking this clothespin. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, let's move this cage back down here. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Pick this up, turn it around. Now, do you think they provided some kind of a latch if a mouse can squeeze out between here, between these bars, do you think he might be smart enough, and they are? I could tell you some mouse stories. To just lift this up. Hello. Trying to get a shot of this here. Alright, well, I'll do it without the flash. Here it goes. See? Just pry that up. A latch? I don't think so. I don't see one. Do you? Is there a latch here? Is there a latch over here? I don't think so. No latches. Alright, fine. So we MacGyvered up this clothespin. Whoops. Alright, fine. Cut, intercut. So we MacGyvered up this clothespin, which, when it's in place, could still allow a mouse to, well, not really, but when this is pushed down, no movement. Now, how difficult would that be? I mean, you could even sell clothespins. Here's a clothespin accessory for an additional 75 cents. Or some sort of a little gimbot, some sort of a little powder-coated, matching finish, light blue in this case, rather than taking a regular clothespin and making it, in this case, green, except that it's actually blue-green. You just can't tell in this light. Partly so as to match the wheel. Aesthetics are important. I don't know if it's important to the mice, but it certainly is to the mouse keepers. Alright, guys. Hear him running around in there. Hey, sweetie pies. Hi. Probably is not going to be the best video quality. Not happy. I was going to go downstairs for some reason. Why was it? Maybe I'll remember when I get there. Leave them some light, huh? This is the heat lamp in the bathroom. Sue's up, so I'll break the news to her. This was her favorite mouse, by the way, so this stuff needs to all be transcribed and turned into an amazing video piece. See if I can get some light on me.